Almost forgot. Okay. 3, 2, 1, start. Okay, so first off, the entire argument is a sandbag in the 2AC. It's forcing me to go on this spreading argument, aside from the other arguments that we actually made and the arguments that were gone about in our first constructive, the 1AC and the 2NC. This is a complete issue of fairness. They are sandbagging us, forcing me to spend up to 3 minutes on this BS argument that they made in the 2AC. I don't know why they're doing this to us. It is incredibly abusive. It is killing our education, and it is easily reciprocal fairness. If they want to say it's unfair that we're spreading, it's also unfair that they're sandbagging us in the 2AC. This is at the very least reciprocal. At the very worst, it is a reason for you to vote. It's a reason for you to vote negative. So then going on to this, it also kills education. The more we read, the more we learn it, and you abuse us. It's at least reciprocal. Also, you ostracize us. I have a stutter. You've heard me stutter a few times in this debate. I have a stutter. Spreading has helped me get over the stutter. It's given me the ability to speak at a very high rate and not stutter. It has helped me in my daily life, and they are ostracizing me by not allowing me to go through this therapeutic measure in an event that I love. They are making this event less attractive for me and everyone else who stutters in this great nation of ours, and also it has forced me to speak at a normal rate, which is very, very, very hard for me to do. I don't appreciate this. They are ostracizing me. It's at least reciprocal. Again, our ostracizing them would only be on the fact that they are not smart enough to understand our spreading, or they are not listening to us. They don't know what our arguments are, and they don't want to have to flow us. Don't let them be lazy in this debate. And also, spreading is good for you. It makes you think. It develops neural passageways in your brain that allow you to focus and read the words on the page. It gets you used to listening at a high rate of delivery. Just because you guys aren't familiar with fast speeds doesn't mean that our arguments are invalid. I spend 30 minutes on arguments. I spend 30 minutes, and the arguments will stay the same. Don't blame the commitment of being good debaters for your uncomprehensiveness and all the truth that you had it coming. This is policy. It's open. This is Fullerton. If you came here to run an argument on every spreader, I'm sorry for your narrow-mindedness. Please do not punish the policy debating community for something you can't understand. Enter another event like Congress or impromptu or extent if you don't want to go against teams who spread. I'm sorry. There are options. You have foregone them, so you have to go with the culture on this. We are not ostracizing you. You are ostracizing us because of medical abilities. And now going on to our econ across the state, they tried to relate Obama's stimulus to theirs. First off, they are entirely different industries, so we compare them. It's like comparing a horse to a pig because both of them are mammals. And the stimulus, they do TI as a plan as a whole. First off, cars and planes. They are totally different animals. They're not going to relate those, so their auto Walsh card doesn't even matter. Even so, Obama's stimulus didn't prevent collapse. As they say, we are still in collapse, and if it were not, the econ has no uniqueness and no impact in the face of hyperinflation, which we're going to explain in the next few arguments. And also in our Walsh card against economies due to incline, because Obama entered the White House with a $3 trillion deficit. Now we have a $15 trillion deficit. I wonder where that came from. The negative multiplier effect is having a tangible effect on our economy while Obama is president because of his stimulus. Our economy is going into decline. We are losing money. This is why. Also, the auto industry is only a small part of us, so that one car doesn't even have any magnitude. So now going on to econ proper stimulus spending is like taking water out of a pool and dumping it on the other end, putting it to raise the water level. All Fed spending is redistributed from the private sector. This means that their app has no impact on jobs because any jobs they create will trade off with jobs in other sectors of the economy. Also, there's only a risk that they lead to collapse. The private sector is more productive than the government. The decision is to redistribute the barriers in redistribution to make growth impossible. Write L10. Investment spending is everybody's much consumption. Stimulus advocates will money spent on consumption is not saved in value. Past stimulus programs when other people got stimulus money spent on consumption goods rather than saved. The economy does not care if you buy a car or lend money to a company to buy a forklift. Fiscal stimulus always fails. Multipliers false timing and reserving. Davis et al. 12. To be effective, stimulus spending must overcome the three hurdles. The first is whether economic theory stands and the considerable debate is whether the multiplier is greater than ours and even possible. The second hurdle is among timing the considered theory where some the amount of money that makes time stimulus correctly
clear
destabilize the economy. And the third hurdle is reversing the stimulus. Even if the policymakers could do the timing right, they would need the political walls to shut off the stimulus. And it's meant as a temporary boost to the economy while stimulus spending it should be reversed. Government spending trends to increase more often than decrease. Keynesian stimulus fails. Jobs should create creation is a shell game in the context of twitchy shells. Foster 12. Spending states intended to deliver aggregate demand, and therefore jobs with all proponents argue that the spending creates tens of thousands of jobs, and they are half rather than the half plan, and the tens of thousands of jobs will not be created or shaped by shipping and spending. The central failing believes that the government can increase total spending in the economy by borrowing and spending. Government spending fails, hurts the economy, it's trying to help. This is our barren 10. Spending government subtracts from the economy's health. The government spending must come out of the private economy. All government spending is parasitical. No one would clearly increasing crime, thus making police more necessary, and increasing intentional tensions, making a large military necessary would be good for economy. All government's programs are funded by the private sector and do not think the Keynesian equation might apply, and the nation's wealth and funds for these programs coming out of the private economy. All spending is stim spending, new government spending, deficits, economic growth, crowds out private sector, politics, lack of integration. This is our link to their app, and any spending they do through the federal government. This is our Statman and Olotsky 10. There's no financial crisis for the government as increases the government spending rapidly over the stimulus to make the economy growth. Policymakers to examine what the federal spending actually promotes the economic growth. It's just an undesirable long-run effect for the government only spending. The private sector spending uses money in unproductive ways. There's no way information which the source can allow the government to know what goods and sources are money most productively employed. The political process itself can just stop the economic growth demand for government resources in the private sector, at least in its allocation of resources to the rent-seeking legislators allocate money in favor of groups. This process does not lead to favored economic growth. The political attempts to maximize and explain via 56 and 80%. In practice, the American government spending is likely to be small multiplier because the multiplier for government defense spending and research of 0.01, high levels of unemployment, but the non-defense spending may have a smaller multiplier, but government spending may actually decrease the economic growth due to inefficient use of money. Taxes do this. So now on our bonds market argument, one extends Samuelson further economic stimulus will only collapse bond markets, leading to a type of economic collapse and worse than many other because of how quickly will be the scenarios of decline. They outline the ways here are more gradual declines that give us time to adapt. We've all seen the most recent recession because they didn't go to nuclear war. The difference in the bond market collapse is instant. Investor confidence disappears in the drop of a hat with no warning. This is the perception argument. Two, in the attempt to place in investors and save the reins in the economy, the Federal Reserve will monetize the debt leading to a hyperinflation. That's Dow, Hutchinson, and CARE. Hyperinflation increases the governments worldwide as well as dealing with a killing blow to the economy. Turns case because there won't be a USFG to implement the plan because of hyperinflation. Dow, Hutchinson, CARE 12. Inflation with that escalated. I've been told to be the hyperinflation, then the federal consumer is operating money into finance its current expenditures and rapidly rising inflation is destroying the tax collection apparatus of the financial systems will then disintegrate and of course the economy would collapse. Now going on to DDEV. Extend very on, you need to concentrate the economy not to survive as much as possible to turn back after the point of no return. We need to do this now. It's like messing up a project after the day before it's due. And it's better to restart after the first page than restart after the last paragraph. Same thing with the earth. Likewise, in the 2K, we need to do collapse now and all of his laws greater than mindset towards small medium metropolitan civilizations will be our goal. Extend Chase Dunn Krovnik 99. The K-wave uprising will cause a collapse in U.S. edge and states will go to war in 2015 and this is a 13-year time frame. Quick on to Leconte, extend Stein. Oh yeah, by the way, they dropped all of our DDEV arguments, so extend our transition wars impact, extend all of that. We gain transition wars. This defeats everything in their app because it has the better time frame. We can only die once, Judge, so always prefer us because of time frame. And on Leconte, extend Stein, we Americans only focus on what they did, what they did, what they people think we really need to focus on what we need to do ourselves that made them act that way, project ourselves our own feelings, and that's certainly the case of the enemies against us. Extend our Stavranskis 99 after the apps trying to create some kind of global elimination of these foes against nobody wants another Holocaust. These politics are the single hand worst acts of violence because they re-inscriminate the politics of harmony, and we can help America develop a more radically democratic society, prefer our and disregard any of their 2A because of A2 all because when we need to think and know the utopia is impossible because we have no choice other than the implementation through lacks and doubts. So please vote for us because they never even answered our Lacan stuff. This is all conceded, so it straight turns their entire case. They get no case information at all. You reject their case 100%. Do not let them make any new arguments on this in the rebuttals. Also, just one more argument on the spreading. I would not have been able to get through all of this evidence if I hadn't been spreading. I'm sure you are all far more educated now because I told you about all this evidence. I really want to make sure that you people in the audience and the small judges that I'm debating in front of get a good idea of what policy debate is like. I really want you to come to policy debate with me. It would be so much fun, but I don't want you to have an unrealistic vision of it that the affirmative is trying to propose to you. That would be unfair to me. It would be unfair to you. And I really, really want you to join us in education and fairness. So please vote for the negative. Thank you.